Here he is, our Cowboys insider, Ed Werder, joining us after game one, just like he will every week of the season, to break down what we saw last night. And Ed, let's get right to it. A crazy opening to this game. Jalen Carter ejected for spitting on Dak Prescott. Have you ever seen anything like that before?
I've never seen that before, and we're talking about the spit not hitting the fan. It hit the quarterback on the other team, and so that was as close as Jalen Carter got to making contact with Dak Prescott. The Eagles losing their all-pro defensive tackle before the game really even starts on defense.
Yeah, and Dak had something to say about it afterward. Here's, take a listen.
Know how excited each and every one of us are, right, to kick off the season and the season opener, and hell of a player like that doesn't even get a chance in the first play. Unfortunate circumstances.
That's one way to put it.
Full of sympathy.
Cowboys benefited from not having him on the field. I think you can say that for sure. But when you look at the offensive performance, they were able to run the ball effectively at times, more than 5 yard per carry average when it's all said and done. But CeeDee Lamb, the 7 catches for 110 yards, it's the catches he didn't make that could have been a difference maker here.
Yeah, I think if you look at how the Cowboys lost this winnable opportunity in Philadelphia in a most hostile environment, it wasn't just CeeDee Lamb, but CeeDee Lamb had 3 drops in this game. That equaled his career high, which was set last year in Week 13 against the Giants. The deep ball obviously had a chance to score a touchdown on that. He had the long post pattern late in the game. He makes any one of those plays, the Cowboys probably win the game. And Dak Prescott's got to be able to rely, and the coaching staff have to be able to rely on their best players, but they were failed by their best players in this game too often.
Well, I certainly think they showed up against what is typically a very stout Eagles defense, again, without their best player as well. But on the other side of the football, it wasn't like the Eagles just ran all over the Cowboys, but they had a real hard time getting Jalen Hurts down. 5 sacks in last year's matchup, 1 last night.
Yeah, I have a hard time blaming defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus for the lack of pressure and containment on the quarterback, Jalen Hurts, last night. I mean, he is one of the best running quarterbacks in football. But Eberflus all year is thinking, hey, I'm going to have Micah Parsons to run him down and contain him in the pocket, create pressure. They couldn't manufacture often enough last night. He had 9 scrambles, 5 of those for first downs, twice for touchdowns. He hadn't had a scramble touchdown, as many touchdowns as he scored running the football, hadn't had a scramble touchdown in the last 2 seasons.
It really felt like you missed Micah's presence. Somebody posted on social media just video of Micah chasing Jalen before. Like, where was that? I thought Dak Prescott, by the way, it's been about 300 days since a meaningful snap for him. I thought it was pretty clean. No big mistakes, no sacks. How would you grade his performance?
Yeah, I think, he's 32 years old. He's one of 9 starting quarterbacks that didn't play in the preseason. Coaching staff change, so a lot of upheaval. And I think when you're looking at Dak Prescott in this game, you want to see, is he mobile enough to manipulate the pocket, evade the rush? Can he extend plays outside the pocket? And I thought there was positive indications that he's capable of all that. He had a short run for like 3 yards, but he's not the dual threat that he was early in his career. That's just not where he is right now. But I thought it was very encouraging what we saw from Dak Prescott in that game.
Well, he seemed to think so as well. He talked after the game about the team's play and also the future, the rest of the season.
All the change, new head coach, group went out there, physical as hell. A lot of accountability was taken in the locker room, but we're definitely process-oriented, and as Shadi said, if we continue to compete and play physical like that, we're going to be proud of the team that we can put together each and every week.
Yeah, real quickly, not so much a moral victory, but at least you saw a head coaching performance that was solid.
Yeah, I think Brian Schottenheimer, for the most part, had a team that was motivated and well prepared. That's the way they play. They only had 4 penalties in the game. I thought he managed the entire game for being a first-time head coach. I thought he did that exceptionally well, managed them through an unexpected lightning delay over an hour. So I thought he handled it all exceptionally well. There are so many situations when Mike McCarthy was the head coach, and not to criticize him, but there were so many situations after almost every game where you would say, what was he thinking there? Why did he do that? I thought he was aggressive, and I thought he did well. Did he win his first game? No, but guess what? In 1984, his father, Marty Schottenheimer, he lost his first game as a head coach, went on to win 200 games, so there's still hope for Brian Schottenheimer to have a successful career.
Hey, and maybe hope for Cowboys fans this morning. I'll just say this. It wasn't a victory, but I'm definitely more interested than I was at this time yesterday. So I can't wait to see what Ed has to say after the next Cowboys game. He'll be here all season long. You can also catch his articles on WFA.com and the podcast as well. A good reason to be hopeful.
Doomsday Podcast.
After game 1, Kara.